Hey, YouTube world, we are back. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday so far. Please download all the episodes down below and subscribe. I think it's over there. Maybe? Anyways, baseball's trying to get their return back on and things are getting wacky. As we've seen so far now, players are testing positive, but at lower rates than the other professional sports. But when they do test positive, you're not able to disclose without their permission whether or not they tested positive for COVID. So it's creating a mass confusion among the media who doesn't have the same access to the players as before. For the fans who want to know whether their best players are COVID-related out or whether their team has an outbreak, whatever it may be. Teams want to know whether or not this is actually a problem or whether or not it's becoming an outbreak and disclosing the information and whether or not they need to bring players in. So that's becoming a weird kind of paradox, and all this combined with the fact that they're supposed to be starting baseball games just less than 3 weeks from now. So everything we're seeing here is going to get wacky very quickly. And what we're going to experience is a lot of people feeling unsure, a lot of people feeling confused, and a very different sporting experience than ever before. And we're seeing that just right now in the way that everything is being processed, is that what we're seeing is something very different than anything that we've experienced so far in terms of sports. With all the confusion going on, and Freddie Freeman showing symptomatic signs of the coronavirus and having to be bedridden for a while, the best player arguably on the Braves. They also have Ronald Acuna and Ozzie Albies, who are right up there with him. It's really going to be tough on Atlanta going into the season, especially because when we talked about Von Miller being diagnosed with coronavirus and him having underlying underlying conditions such as asthma, Von Miller talked about how it really beat him up, and he was really feeling the burden and the breathing ability. So whether or not that affects Freddie Freeman when he gets back adds a whole nother paradox to this. The Dodgers lost their very expensive number 3 starter, David Price, who opted out of the season. Mike Trout is still very much uncertain about whether he's going to play this season, and there you're talking about 2 out of the top 8 highest paid players in baseball potentially opting out. Now, I think it's more likely they would opt out than people who are living paycheck to paycheck, who are trying to get the money. But the bigger issue at hand is that nobody feels comfortable, and it's going to be a lesser season because of it. This is the same thing going on in the NBA right now, where there's outbreaks on certain teams, and Victor Oladipo opting out of the season, and Gordon Hayward saying that when his wife gives birth, he's going to leave the bubble, which could be right in the conference semifinals for the Celtics. So it's the same idea. It's a dilapidated season, and when people get hurt, things are going to cave in on the league. And it's already starting now by the fact that, yes, the league can live without Mike Trout or Freddie Freeman for an extended period of time. But what happens when an entire team has to start quarantining, breaking up, etc., because of contact tracing, because these guys are coming in contact almost every day with each other. So it's something to monitor. But with everything going on, and a lot of, this was described really well, a lot of COVID burnout, what we're seeing is a lot of people not really focusing in on this, and the fact that still outbreaks going on in colleges, still outbreaks existing with baseball and basketball, and the hope is that these will go down, but I'm not certain that that's going to happen. Even though the numbers were very good for baseball, subtracting 1% plus another 1% who opts out could be affecting some teams and their pursuit for a championship, which again, there's a moral consternation here one way or another. Like, some people are pro restart, some people are anti-restart, some people, like myself, love sports but feel a moral obligation that it's just not a great idea. So again, we'll see how all of this progresses in the next few weeks, but I felt like here on a Sunday we should get a little COVID update when it comes to sports, whether it be baseball or basketball, and what will soon be the NFL once they start coming in contact again.